Hedera. Hedera is probably a beast in the making, if not waiting in the wings. It's some of the stuff that they've done in a very, very short space of time has been pretty spectacular, from working with governments to becoming globally compliant with the sort of the new payments standard and sort of messaging standard that all financial institutions have to abide by. I think it's a sleeping giant, to be honest. I expect it to do something special in the next bull cycle at the very least. Try and retest some of the highs that it's had. But before I get into that, guys, if you're new to the channel, these are the first 26 coins that I actually bought when I was on this channel, like when I made this channel. So I actually showed everyone me buying these coins up because I expected them to just run up hugely in price. And you can see what these coins were worth when I recorded my videos, as well as the highs that these coins hit less than a year and a half on. It was about 16 months. So if you liked them and you went, you know what, I'm going to copy along to James, I'm going to only throw $100 into each one of these, that would have been a $2,600 investment in total. If you just sat on them for 16, 17 months and then sold them, your profit from 100 into each would have been over 123 grand, which is pretty damn good. Now, I sold all of these. We had the market crash, and since the market crash, I've been buying up coins left, right, and center. These are coins that I think can do 50x gains, 60x gains, 100x gains. And I share them on my website, which is copymycrypto.com. So anytime I identify a coin that I can see doing 50 times, like making 50 times your money or 100 times your money, I will buy it. And what I'll do is I'll jump onto my site, I'll tell the members what the coin is, what kinds of profits it can have, and what percentage of my money I'm putting in. And they can copy along exactly. It means there's literally no work for the members whatsoever. They will make the exact same profits I do, same as this kind of situation with the 26 coins here. They can make the exact same profits, but the beauty is they don't have to do any work whatsoever. I dive into the markets, so they don't have to learn charts, they don't have to learn about blockchain tech, they don't have to read white papers. Now, if it sounds good to you, just pause this vid, go to copymycrypto.com now. There's a link in the description. And on the site, you'll see what I've said in the past, whether it was about Phantom when no one was talking about Phantom, or whether you just want to see what the members have earned. It's all public record, so you can go through the site, you can verify everything, and if you like what you see, guys, join me there, make the same profits as me, and don't do any work. Now, Hedera. So Hedera has done a lot of impressive things in the very small amount of time that they've been up and running. So it's enterprise grade public network for the decentralized economy. It allows individuals and businesses to create powerful dApps. It's designed to be a fairer, more efficient system that eliminates some of the limitations that we see with older blockchains. Now, it was funded through an ICO in August of 2018 and launched open access to its mainnet in September of 2019. As part of the ICO, investors were able to purchase HBAR at a very, very nice low price. HBAR has a dual role within Hedera. First and foremost, it's a utility token. It fuels all the Hedera services, the smart contracts, file storage, and just regular transactions. Second, it's used to secure the network, so users can stake it and earn a nice yield from doing so. Now, older blockchains tend to use consensus mechanism like proof of work to validate transactions. Younger blockchains opt for proof of stake. Hedera's system has a structure that was created from scratch. It's based on the proof of stake model because that is believed to increase the efficiency of transaction verification, provide a high level of security, and protect the network from hacker attacks. Its ecosystem has the underlying hash graph consensus algorithm and the global enterprise governing body. It is actually a DLT, and Hedera differs from other blockchains because it uses a new consensus algorithm called hashgraph, which should smooth out the number of transactions per second indicator, which, again, very good sign. Like I said, they have done a lot in the short time they've been up and running. They are compliant with the ISO standards. So it's actually a DAG network. They employ a DAG structure to enable fast and efficient consensus. And since they've been up and running, you've got to remember, if you're unfamiliar with the ISO standards, so this is required, the ISO 20022 standards. These have to be, every single protocol has to be meet this now standard by the end of 2024 or the end of 2025. I cannot remember. This is not only this is actually to do with the messaging standard along with the transaction standard of all global financial institutions. So every bank will have to move to this. So becoming compliant with this is a huge, huge thing, and it gives a lot of these cryptos, there's only 9 of them, leg up compared to everyone else because they don't have to do this back-end work in the future. Hedera have also worked with the UK government. They were actually doing that to track the vaccine stuff that came out a few years ago. Now, I'm not going to get into that. But again, working with the UK government gives them a great position because obviously that's a strong partner to have. In theory, Hedera could launch a CBDC without issue. Not that anyone should want a CBDC. They are a terrible, terrible concept, and they are only going to be a bad thing for all of us as people. But we're not going to get into that too much. If you're unfamiliar with what CBDC is and the risks that they have towards us as individuals, I highly recommend you look it up, learn about how the social credit system works in China, understand what can be at risk if everything becomes binary, if everything becomes zeros and ones, if there's no cash in society. That would be basically the worst thing in the world for all of us. Now, Hedera have payments. They have functional use cases for payments, for DeFi, for decentralized identity, which is going to be a major sort of point of our children's future. Decentralized identity is inevitable. Again, it's not a concept I'm particularly a fan of, but it is what it is. And Hedera, again, have a really strong foothold with regards to that. Their ecosystem has been growing quite nicely. The biggest thing for Hedera is the onboarding of companies, and we do have quite a significant amount of big companies that are using Hedera, whether that's LG, Standard Bank, ServiceNow, I swear Copper's one as well. So there's a lot of big names that are using Hedera already. They're already pretty much, and again, they've got that partnership with the UK government. They're probably going to be trying to push for Boeing. Boeing was one of their governing council, by the way. So they've got really big names. They are one of the most heavily backed cryptos as well. In fact, if we have a look, we'll be able to see. No, I don't know. DCG. It only actually says DCG. They are heavily backed. The next step really for Hedera is what can they do in the next bull cycle? Because they're already growing, the ecosystem's solid, they've got grants and accelerator program, so that you're going to see more and more and more projects joining them. I think for these guys, it's less about the crypto growth, like the actual crypto ecosystem growth. It's going to be more about the legacy companies I hate the term legacy, but it's going to be more about the kind of legacy-based companies that are joining them. Do we start seeing Nike join them? Do we start seeing Apple joining them? Google joining them? Hedera's really got a pretty damn good foothold within the crypto space. So I see them landing some massive, 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 massive companies, and that's going to be what kicks Hedera on. I think 70 cents is an incredibly achievable target. That would put it at a new all-time high. And that would put it at a market cap of about $23 billion, which is obviously massive. But it seems very, very achievable to a platform that consistently are working with big names, to a platform that are, often one of the first people, or one of the first projects that ends up on a new exchange. I mean, hell, what's that? That Tycon, I don't even know how to say it, Takeon, the platform funded by the US Department of Energy. They partnered with HBAR. They've partnered with Hedera. Hedera, like I say, they're getting a really, really good positioning in place within the overall, with the powers that be. And that's the biggest thing for Hedera moving forward. Do they get more partnerships? Do they land more partnerships with more elements of the US government or more of the EU? Do they land a CBDC? Or do they just land a Google or a Nike or a Apple or Facebook or whatever the hell it is? And I think that's going to be the game changer for Hedera. I don't think it's going to be growing the crypto ecosystem as much as it is growing the enterprise ecosystem. And again, with the influence that Hedera has, it seems kind of inevitable that they're going to get, that influence is going to work and they're going to land. So I think 70 cents is very achievable. To be honest, $1 wouldn't shock me at all either. Hedera has got a really good foothold in the crypto space. It's got influential partners. So yeah, success for me. In my eyes, Hedera, success is inevitable here. But what do you guys think? Do you think they're going to land a CBDC? Who do you think is the favourite to land a CBDC? In my eyes, it's Ripple. I can see Quant in theory as well. But yeah, do you think Hedera are going to? Let me know what you guys think in the comments down below. And can you see, what do you think is going to be the catalyst for Hedera doing something spectacular? I think it's going to be a big company or a government agency. But let me know in the comments. And guys, if you just want to make the exact same profits as me in the next bull cycle, you can do. All you have to do is check out copymycrypto.com. That is the site I run where I share with all of the members my investments. So anytime I find a coin that I think can go up 100 times and 100x your money, I will buy it. And what I'll do is I'll jump onto the site, I'll tell the members what the coin is, I'll tell the members what profits I think it can have and what percentage of my money I'm putting in. That means they can copy along exactly, make the exact same profits. Big profits as well. Just don't forget these 26 coins, 100 into each, made 123 plus grand. So you can make these big profits, and the beauty of it as well is that no work is required. Members don't have to read white papers. Members don't have to learn about blockchain tech or new trends or chart patterns. They can copy along, make the exact same profits I do, and all those hours saved can be spent on the things that they love. And if that sounds good to you guys, just head over to the site now, read through it. You'll see what I said about Phantom when no one was talking about Phantom. You'll see what I said about a DeFi protocol that I knew was going to fail, and it did fail and lost $500 million. Or if you just want to see what the members have made, it's all there. So read through it, look at it, verify it, and if you like what you verified, come and join me there. And that's it from me. Take care. Bye-bye.